Part 4. How do I trim this tree? The first thing to consider is why to trim a tree. Only trim a tree when necessary to remove hazards, nuisances, or problematic growth, or to meet an important horticultural or aesthetic goal. Once a tree is trimmed, its growth will most likely change. Be prepared for this change if you decide it is necessary to trim. It's usually best to trim a tree during its dormant season. As a general rule, don't remove more than about a quarter of the live crown of the tree in one season. And unless absolutely necessary, do not remove live material from the top of the tree. Focus on removing areas of crowding, crossing or rubbing branches, and weakly attached sprouts that usually grow straight up. When deciding which limbs to remove, look for ones with narrow branch angles, and leave limbs with wide branch angles. It's not always a good idea to do this, but consider removing one of the limbs in an area of included bark. Plan ahead for the resprouting that often occurs after trimming. Remember that the tools that are used to trim a diseased area of the tree can contaminate areas that are not diseased. Always know the trajectory of the pieces you're trimming from the tree and plan accordingly. Here is an example of bark stripping. Use appropriate undercuts to avoid this. Minimize the size of wounds on the tree and avoid damaging the branch collar by making your cuts past the branch collar. These are some of the very basics of how to trim a tree.